What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. My name's Jordan, and today we are at the beautiful Mount Charleston here in Las Vegas, and it is a little bit early. It's just after sunrise, but I figured this is a great opportunity to take the car out, drive it really hard, and give you guys a formal review. I realize that I've made a lot of videos on the Datsun 280z, but I've never really told you guys how it drives. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Stick around because it's going to be good. This is my 1978 Datsun 280z. A car that was a powerhouse in the 1970s, forgotten in the early 2000s, and revered in the 2020s. This car has a lot to love, but also, potentially, a lot not to love. Purists will tell you that the 240Z is the best of the Z cars, and that the 280Z is overweight and less of a driver's car. Now, that might be true in comparison, but today there are plenty of aftermarket parts that can turn your 280Z into a car that the 240Z wishes it was in the 1970s. This car has a cheap exhaust that makes it sound just like an old Ferrari. Somewhat sticky Dunlop Dureza 215 by 50 by 16 inch tires, and some gigantic brakes from Techno Toy Tuning. But in my opinion, it's not just the go fast parts that are important. The interior needs to be something that you focus on. These old cars rattle like a tin can with rocks in it, and I remember a time when I thought I'd never be comfortable taking a drive on the highway. We asked a local upholsterer to create an interior inspired by Singer Porsches that screamed modern 1970s, and I think it's my favorite part of the entire build. I'll link their Instagram down below. But even though our interior is the nicest I've ever seen, the old style seat belts still try to strangle me every time I wear them. They keep me from rolling down my passenger window, and they'll never want to fully extend. But regardless of that, I'll give it a pass. The 280Z had about 170 horsepower from the factory, but after 40 years of abuse, it's probably worn down to about 140 at the crank. Spend a grip of cash fixing it up, modernizing a few things, and you'll probably get right back to the stock figure of 170. But anything more, and it's going to be a big, expensive project. This car has an updated fuel system and ignition system. It has a Bluetooth distributor from 123 Ignition, an aluminum radiator from Champion Radiators, and a refurbished stock ECU. So this car is about as modern stock as they come. You may have noticed our Techno Toy Tuning coilovers and camber plates, and these are required for driving fast, that's for sure. Cars like this deserve your respect. They aren't as capable as modern sports cars. They flex and roll through the corners, which means you need to be extra smooth with all of your inputs. In most situations, the chassis far outperforms the motor on this car, but that's mainly because everything except the motor has been modified. The 5-speed close ratio transmission in this car keeps you high in the revs all the time, and honestly, it's pretty fun.
It also gives you about a 25% torque increase over the stock 4-speed. Old cars like this don't have power steering, and that can make it pretty hard to turn the wheel in a parking lot. But when you're driving fast like this, it's not a problem. If anything, it's a bonus. I absolutely love this car, but that doesn't mean it's always been good. It's not just about the nights in the garage to build a car. It's about finding ways to implement sophistication and quality. It's an act of mental fortitude to continue with the project when things aren't good. It's time-consuming, it's expensive, but we do it for moments like this. Take the next minute to soak in everything this car has to offer. This was my favorite minute filming this video, and I'm so happy to share it with you.